Hey y'all, so I am actually on my way to another trip. I have a part-time job where I tutor students that are a part of a trio program. They're actually high school students like taking dual credit classes, doing their thing or whatever. So I help to tutor them in like English because I did teach English, and I've always loved to write. But this week, we are actually going to Austin. I'm going back to Austin just for like a few hours though, and then we're going to San Antonio. I've never been to San Antonio, so we're taking like a nice motor coach bus, and we're going to be there for like 4 days, 3 nights. And I am really excited. I hope the students are too. We're going to do a lot of sightseeing, a lot of tours, college tours, and then like other touristy stuff. So I'm going to vlog this once again. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and let's go. Well, he said come out and make a left, and then there's Buford Jester Center. I forgot the name of this little artsy building, guys. I think it was like a museum that's on campus, but it was closed and we couldn't go in. Now, guys, this part was really nice. This is like a nice, huge fountain that they have on campus. It was a great little photo op for the group. So we went to a nice little touristy Mexican restaurant called Mi Tierra, and it was really good. I enjoyed it, especially the little bakery that they had. Okay, guys, so this is the Riverwalk in San Antonio. They have a lot of little shops. They actually have like a mall, and you can take a ferry ride in between everything, which you will see in a few. But this was really, really nice, and there wasn't a lot of people out here, which was really good as well.
Now, my number one rule that there is no standing aboard my boat unless you are me or you ask permission. I give you a little quick go ahead. And I am perfectly okay with y'all taking pictures and recording, so go for it. And also, I look at you trying to hide it. Alright. And also, ladies and gentlemen, my second thing I have to say is please keep everything inside of the wooden rails at all times, but don't worry, you are able to relax your arms on these wooden rails. And if y'all find yourselves inside of this river at any point during your visit here to the Riverwalk, do not panic. What I want you to do is just stand up and walk out. Because the depth of the water here is only 4 feet to 5 feet deep. And yes, we do have life jackets aboard the boat. They are located inside of the hatches over here to my right and left side. They have never been used before, and we'll try to keep it that way. Now, don't worry, you will never have to... You are not standing up. Trust me, I know exactly where your head was, I know my door. And also, I'm pretty sure I don't have to worry about this with y'all, but just want to let you know, it can get you up to $200 fine if you're caught using any tobacco products on the Riverwalk. Cigarettes, cigars, e-cigarettes, vaping, and even dipping. $200 fine. And it can get you up to $500 fine if you're caught swimming inside this river. You know what else, Tito? Yeah, he found the hard way. You can get up to $500 fine. I know exactly where you're going. So yeah, if y'all want to figure out how Steve knows $500 fine swimming inside the river, look up on YouTube at Steve jumping off the Thomas Street Bridge right here over our heads. No, you're not. You're very tough. So like I said, the depth of the water here is only 4 feet, 5 feet deep. And can you imagine jumping from up here down to this river? Form of a heart, and is composed naturally with cypress tree roots as well. Now we have entered. I recommend getting married on Valentine's Day if you get the opportunity, because the bear county courthouse here in San Antonio offers free marriage license. Yes, if not, you want to be paying about $80 for marriage license. Check that out. 5 days left. Now, all right. So look over here to my left side. You see that beautiful mosaic on my left?
Guys, it is the end of the first day. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. We did a lot today. We did a self-guided college tour at the University of Austin, or whatever it's called, and then we went to San Antonio from there. We had lunch before that at a really good place, and then we checked into the hotel a little early, and we went to the Riverwalk in San Antonio and did a little boat ride, which was pretty cool. And I am beat, y'all. Tomorrow is like a whole day full of things planned, so gotta get up early, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, guys. So it is day 2. It's about 8 o'clock, or about to be 8 o'clock, and I'm getting ready to go and get some breakfast, and then I think we're going on another college tour. I think it's William and Mary, but of course I'll be taking you along with me, so see you there. So this is our tour to St. Mary's University. Now this was a self-guided tour, but they didn't provide us with any materials, which would have made this tour a lot better. We were able to walk around and see some of the buildings, but I wish we could have gotten just a little more history about the campus. Y'all, this was a really, really nice museum. I hadn't been to a museum in a while, but it was very nice, very informative, very educational. I thought this little graphic was cool. It reminded me a lot of Jurassic Park. Like, I felt like I was at Jurassic Park. I really enjoyed my time here, and the kids did too. Y'all, I had to touch everything. Like, everything that you could touch, I definitely touched. And it was cool to be able to feel, what these animals' skin or fur feels like. Because, of course, you wouldn't be touching these animals, unless you were doing some type of job with them. I don't know. Okay, so this was actually the live animal little lab that they had. Like, they had turtles, tarantulas, snakes, and different other frogs, I believe, that you could just kind of see and look at. So that was pretty cool. I actually held a tarantula once at a summer camp. I probably was in like elementary school, and her name was Judy. So this was another exhibit about the indigenous people, of course, who were here first, whose land that we're on, now. But I'm not gonna get into that right now. But they talked a lot about like the tools that they used, their families, how they lived, how they survived, how they worked the land. It was really interesting. I learned a lot, and there was actually like a little movie theater, like a mini style movie theater up on this floor with a curved large movie screen where they showed a little video about the indigenous people and just telling us more about them. This was pretty cool though. So this was my absolutely favorite thing that I saw while I was at the Witte Museum. This was an exhibit on the different types of dresses that the women wear as being a part of a royal court. I can't remember like the details of it all, but as you can like even see in this video, y'all, the sparkling was just like, whoa. If you know me, you know I love anything that sparkles and anything that's pink. So this was really, really just beautiful to see up close. It almost reminded me of like the Met Gala, and they talked about the different designers, the different parts of the world where these things came from. They had crowns for each one. I mean, it was just beautiful. So check out my little listening device that we all got while we were on our tour so that we could hear our tour guide. So our tour guide was very, very informative. He actually has had this job for 21 years, I think he said, this upcoming week. There were some places like inside where you saw those people go in, like you couldn't record because it is like a historic site and all of these other rules. But he did like a really great job of just explaining the Alamo and all of the different history that's here in San Antonio.
My name is Revenant Lee. I will be your tour guide this evening. A little bit about myself, why I am called Revenant Lee. Anybody know what the term Revenant means? It means starting a new life or dying and coming back to life. When I was 3 years old, I was hit by a car and I was killed. But I came back. But I came back with two things. I came back with one, the knowledge that we are all here for the exact same reason, that is to love, to learn, and to evolve. Secondly, I came back with an extreme sensitivity to everything that goes bump in the night. What that means in layman's term is I see ghosts on a daily basis. Yay me, right? Pretty fun. It's okay, I've been seeing ghosts since I was 3, so I'm kind of used to it now. Now, if I do see any ghosts following us on a tour tonight, I will be able to point it out to you.
Please, beside me, tell me something.
Oh, right there. Just kidding, just kidding. That was good. It happens when it happens. It's not something that I can control. So, yeah, unfortunately, I wish I could get it controlled. Surrounded by tiny, tiny little lights, I looked down and saw the earth. It was very interesting. I felt love. And I felt all those little millions of lights surrounding me were other souls on their journey. And that's all I. Now, the thing is, though, Teddy Roosevelt actually recruited his Rough Riders here in that bar in 1898. Anybody familiar with the Rough Riders? Cool. First volunteer cavalry here in Texas. Now, the story goes that as people are closing up, the employees are closing up the bar in the evening, on many occasions they have seen a man taking a seat at the bar. He also beckons to male employees as well as guests that are in the bar to come join him. And over the years, and we're talking quite a few years, there's been several people who have sat down and spoken with him. And when they walk away, they say it really is Teddy Roosevelt because he tried to recruit them to be a Rough Rider. Rooms, and on every floor, people have also witnessed a full-bodied apparition. For those of you who do not understand what that is, that means they look just like you and I. They look solid. Until they disappear right in front of you, you wouldn't think anything different, other than maybe they're dressed kind of differently. So. Now, something that's very interesting that happened in this building. A gentleman had checked in here. He was staying here for a few days. He actually walked out of his bedroom into the hallway and found himself back in the 1920s, and everything around him was a hospital again. He saw doctors and nurses and patients moving up and down the hallways, and he stood there and he said he's freaking out. He tried pinching himself as he thought for sure he was still sleeping. Tried to wake himself up, but nothing changed. Then he walked back into his room and closed his door, and then opened it back up, and it was back to normal. I would totally do that. There were quite a few men and women buried, and one child actually, buried inside these walls. And now you may wonder why are there people buried inside the walls? Well, in the 1700s, guys, the graves here, when they were dug very shallow, about 2 feet deep. Because of that, they were also easily robbed. Governor's Palace. So where we were before with the cathedral, that's main plaza. That's where everyone lived and worshiped. We are now in Military Plaza. This is where all the dirty work happened, where all the public hangings, lynchings, and executions happened. And a lot of the executions happened exactly where you're standing. Yeah.
Great.
Yep. So now this building originally was a military headquarters. It was designed to protect the early settlers, the Canary Islanders, from one, invasion by the Lipan Apache, but also by French invasion at the time. But this building has also been doing quite a few different things over the years. It has been a restaurant, it has been a clothing store, it has been a saloon at one point, it's also been a residence. It's been more than that. Today it's actually a museum, so you can actually visit it during the day. It's a good way to see how the Spanish lived here in the 1700s. Now, back in 1869, there was a family living here. Their name was, it was the Perez family basically. It was a mother and a father and their young daughter. Now, Mr. Perez had to go out of town on business, leaving behind his wife and his young daughter. Now, before I get into that, I'm going to point out something real quick.
So this is the most haunted building in San Antonio, I believe, or one of the most. It was a jail previously where a lot of terrible things happened. A few of the kids had to go inside to use the bathroom. Child, I waited right outside. Hey guys, so it is the third day, and today we have another college tour planned, Dave&Busters, this large tower that you can go through and see. So of course I'm going to take you along with me, so let's head out. So the San Antonio A&M tour was really nice. They gave us a lot of materials, and they were like numbered for you to go around to the most popular spots on campus. We even saw like a mock dorm room, which was really good. Y'all, I work on a college campus and I have not seen our dorms. That's a shame. But at least I saw A&M San Antonio's. But yeah, this was a really good tour. I would definitely, I wouldn't mind, sending one of my students here. Oh, this is nice.
No, this is just our mom, Marina.
It's a model.
So, just to show you some.
Now, this was the Sea Life Aquarium, and it was really nice. They had a lot of great, just little sea life, basically Nemo in real life. It was pretty interesting, and there was a part where you could touch like the sea animals. Y'all will see that in a second. So you will notice like the colors changing like behind the jellyfish. There was a button on the side that I was pressing and you could change it to various colors, which was kind of cool. Y'all, this part was so cool. The water was like 55 degrees, so it was cold, but it was pretty cool. I've never touched like little sea animals. Hey y'all, so it is the last day. I think we have like a tour planned at like a little natural cavern place. You'll be able to see that because I will record. But it is the last day and I am ready to go home. I am so tired, but I've had a great time.
1964, that the first tour actually went down to the caverns. In a dedication ceremony on August 5th, 1964, the late Governor John B. Connolly gave us the lower plaque you see right there. That was dedicated to the cavern discoverers and the cavern developers. Then sometime later we got our uppermost plaque. That was dedicated to Clara Weiss Tiedemann, who was very instrumental and pretty much the driving force behind getting these caverns developed and open to the public. She was also the landowner at the time that they asked for permission originally to expose them.
All right, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed my vlog. Do y'all like my vlogs? Drop down in the comments and let me know. Let me know if you've been to San Antonio before or if you had any questions about my trip. Be sure to check me out over at my blog, dukeanddigsdisability.org, and I'll see you next time. Bye.